Everyone, hopefully you're doing pretty well today. My name is Deb and welcome to my channel, Crafty Chalk Creations. I'm going to be doing a project using the transfer. It's just a phase. Now I started pre-painting my wood frame and what it is, it's a frame that I had gotten from Michael's, and I believe it is a 5 by 18 inch. It's got the saw teeth on the back side, as you can see here. It goes horizontal or vertical. Now those little areas that have the plastic and the staples, that was a little bit difficult to get off. But what I like about this is it's got the hardware on there, so that way if you wanted to hang it horizontal, side to side, or vertical top to bottom, you could do that. Now I'm going to be using one of their paste colors that is retired, and it's called Shimmer Moonlight. I do have one jar available. Feel free to email me. I'll have that posted down below in the description. I only ship with the United States, and it's $16 for the jar, and it's $5.99 shipping. This is a size C transfer that I'm going to be using, and the section I'm going to be using is just the moon portion. So I'm going to show you how to paint bare wood. Look at that shimmer. Isn't that gorgeous? Now that was the one coat. It's really easy. All you need to do is dip your brush into some water and into your paste, and then just start painting it on. Now your first coat will kind of give you that stain look. If you like that, you can leave it like that. You can use whatever color you'd like to use if you want. And you just proceed to go start painting your wood surface. You just dab a little bit in the water, put a little bit in your paste. You could spritz, if it's the flat surface, you could spritz it with a little bit of water to make it a little bit smoother. You can do that. So that's pretty much the process. I'm over here getting the edge here to demonstrate to you how you can use the chalk paste as also a paint. Don't have to just paste with it. You can use it as a paint on your surfaces too. I absolutely love this color. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, but like I said, you can use whatever colors that you would like to use. Now I will be doing 2 coats on this. I would like it a little bit more intense, I guess, for lack of a better word. But in between coats, you will definitely need to dry. But yeah, so it's just along the edges there. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to leave it all blue like this. I've kind of decided if I want to paint my border of my frame another color. I'm going to decide that a little bit later on. But anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and get this dry, and then I will show you how you start your second coat. All right, now that this is dry, it's pretty much the same process that you do with the first time, except for you just want to make sure you get those corners and those edges a little bit better, because some of the glue did show through a little bit. But you just moisten it, dip it in the paint, moisten your brush, a little bit of water, and dip it in the paste. It kind of makes a nice paint, and then you just brush it on. That's pretty much it. Just make sure you get along the corners and inside edges, wherever you like to paint with the paste and those colors. So I'm going to proceed doing this, and I will fast forward through this and until I get it dry, and then once we do that, then I'll show you the paste. I mean, not the paste, the surface wax. We'll need to apply surface wax. Okay, now that that's dry, it's time to apply the surface wax. But I did want to let you know, because of the glitter, that makes it sparkle. you need to have a cloth or something that you can use in several spots because you will get some glitter that will be on that towel and you'll be transferring the glitter back into your surface wax jar, which you don't want to do. So you just go ahead, you apply it on there, and then once you have got your surface that you're going to be applying a transfer applied with the wax, and then you buff it, and then you'll be ready to put on your transfer. So I'm going to fast forward through this, and then I will show you how you apply your transfer. All right, now that our surface is already painted and it's waxed, it's time to get our transfer. This is a size C transfer. It's just a phase. Now you can cut this apart. I just scored it because that's the only section that I want to use, but it's totally up to you. I like to keep it all on one sheet as much as possible. And all you need to do is fuzz. These transfers are reusable. They are sticky. Even though you've waxed your surface, you still need to fuzz because you just want to make sure that it's still not too sticky. So now that your transfer is fuzzed, all you need to do, now you are welcome to measure if you like to. I just kind of eyeball things. I lay it, on top of my surface there. Now it's gonna go inside, so I just need to kind of press it in a little bit along those edges and just smooth it over to make sure I don't have any little lumps, bumps, or little air bubbles or anything like that. That's pretty much it. Now, in the corners, you need to tuck it in a little bit with your finger. And if you would like to, then you can just use a squeegee. I'm going to be using the size small squeegee instead of the mini squeegee because I have more of a surface to cover, just to make sure that I've got some of the air pockets because they're, out, because there is a lot of that silk screen there. Now that I've got that done, I'm going to be using Dune and Bright White. I'm going to mix the two colors because I was a little torn if I wanted to do just Dune or white. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to mix the two. So I'm going to go ahead and get my color paste tray. Once I get my jars open here, that's the Dune. It's kind of like a creamy yellow beige, and then you've got the bright white. And I think the mixture of the two, it's going to be a nice combination against that beautiful shade of blue. I got my color paste trays and I got my stir sticks. I'm just going to scoop some out. I'd rather have a little too much paste than not enough. So I'm just going to, 2 or 3 dollops of the Dune. And then the same thing with the bright white. Now you can always add more of one color or less than another. That's one thing I like about the paste. You can go ahead and combine and create your own little custom color. I got another stir stick and I'm just going to go ahead and blend this up very well. And now that I've got that done, I'm going to take my small squeegee. Oh, first let me get my caps on. There we go. And now I'm going to take my small squeegee with that bevel edge and I'm going to dip it into my paste there. And then you just generously apply it to your surface there on your transfer. That way you know you've got good coverage. I like how this is looking already. You can always scrape off the excess. You just want to make sure that you've got good coverage. So be generous with the paste. Okay, just a little bit more there. All right, scrape off the excess back onto your color tray or your plate, whatever you're using, and then you just go through and you scrape off the excess with that bevel edge on your squeegee there. And you do that to make sure you have good even coverage. I've got that done. Now I've got that extra paste. I'm not sure if I want to do along the edges or not. I haven't decided. Okay, that looks pretty good. Oh, there's a little area there I missed. Okay. All right, it is time for the peel and reveal. Now I got to get my towel set up there. Oh, I do. I like how that looks. I think Dune would have been a little too dark, and the bright white, I think, would have been too bright for that shade of blue. I like that combination. Now I'm going to lay this down sticky side on my towel. Yeah, I do. I like how that looks. Yeah, I do. I think I'm going to do some of that along the edge. Now I'm going to spray down my transfer until I can get it to the sink because I want to make sure that that paste is not dry in that silk screen. I do. I like how this looks. I hope you like this project. I will have shopping cart links, editable shopping cart link. If you like to get the transfer, you want to get the paste, you are welcome to do that. Yeah, you could hang this vertical also, as well as horizontal. So I decided to do the dune, that dune bright white mixture along the edge, and I'll just show you really quick how I did that. Now this isn't totally option if you'd like to. All I did is I took a paintbrush and I brushed some of the paint off onto a paper towel and just kind of like a dry brush type look along the edges there, and and if you get a little too much here and there, you can always, like a spot like that, take a little bit more of it paste off your brush. And if you think it's a little too much, just get a little moist paper towel or something and just wipe some of it off, or you can touch it back up with the blue. But once I go through and I get all along my edges in my frame like I want, then what I will do is I will sand it somewhat. See? I do. I like how that looks. It's just a little something, but I didn't want it all bright white. I didn't want it to compete with the moon. So I do. Just little touches here and there. And now I'm going to give this another 24 to 48 hours to cure, and then I'm going to cover it all in surface wax if you like. You can use a spray sealer, if you wanted to do a matte or a gloss. But I hope you like this project and I gave you some ideas. Thank you for watching.